Hello everyone, welcome back to Project Ozone 3 Kappa Mode. Last time out we automated these 6 sieves, and now we have a lot of resources. The annoying thing is, this chunk and this one are 1 block off, because originally this chunk, the edge was here when it should have been over here. So I fixed that, but that means we need to move basically everything here. All of the sieves need moving, and also all of the drawers, and probably all of these as well. But that's a lot of effort, so I'll just do that in between now and next episode. And as you can see, we have 4 of these ingots now passived. So we have red alloy, electrotine, energetic silver, and vivid alloy. Currently these top 2 are very slow, but these 2 fill up in like minutes. I'm just doing it this way since we have so much redstone and electrotine. So this should save us a lot of time when auto-crafting, because we don't need to make them in the alloy furnace anymore. And because energetic silver uses electrum, I decided to get the electrum seeds. They're over here. This involved me getting gold seeds, which was I think just a cross between iron and redstone, so it wasn't that hard. And what I've also done is upgraded these solar panels with efficiency and capacity. These double the amount of RF they can store and power they generate, so it's quite good, but this won't last, so I want to look into extreme reactors today. And I want to make quite a big one, since we're so rich. Most of these we can just set up patterns for. Yeah, all of these are pretty cheap except the reactor fuel rods, which requires HOP graphite. And so we're going to have to get into a little bit of immersive engineering. Or not, we can just use the manufactory like in the last pack we played. If we just get coke dust we can do it. Okay, not that bad then. I'm thinking we should make HOP graphite seeds, but I'm not sure how much of this we're going to need. It's used in a couple places, but not really that many. We don't really need it for a while, at least a lot of it. So for now, I'll just make a bit of it, I guess. So I think I want to place this in this chunk. I think I'm going to go for 13 by 13. For the height, I can really do anything, but definitely 13 by 13 base. Okay, I need 261 reactor casing if I want to do 13 by 13 by 13. So I'll set up patterns and see how expensive that is. Why isn't this working? For some reason this storage bus isn't working. It says it's missing a channel, but that shouldn't be the case, so I might have to count channels. If I make it dense up to here, it should be fine. Okay, yeah, it was 9 channels. And we can make enough reactor casing. We're not missing anything. So I'll make a ring of chunks, hopefully get it right this time, and not misalign everything. Okay, there we go. So the reactor will go here, in the center. I'm not sure if I want to fill in the middle chunk or not, but this should be a big area to do other stuff as well. By the way, the casing has finished. It was way cheaper than expected. I think I have an idea of what to do, so I think I want the reactor here. This would be the corner. I'm not really sure whether I want it floating or not. I could do some sort of scaffolding, which might look cool, but we'll see. There we go, that's the base. And we just have to go up 13 blocks. There we go. What we also need is 2 ports, a power tap, 1 controller, and then however many control rods and fuel rods that we want. The fuel rods are expensive because of this, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. This reactor has an 11 by 11 internal size. I don't really care about efficiency, so I might just do like a cool pattern. Okay, so I think I want 17 of these control rods. So I need 187 of these fuel rods. So that's a lot of HOP graphite. That's an insane amount of HOP graphite. It might be worth getting the seed then. Since we need so much, we need like over 300. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You only need 4 to make a seed. It's not like 4 blocks, so there's no point not doing that really. So to make HOP graphite, we need the dust, which normally you have to do like a squeezer and a crusher, but we can just manufacture coke dust. All we need to do is pulverize half a stack of coal coke. Oh, you have to do it in a crusher. Okay, so I guess we need to do a little bit of immersive engineering. Do we even have the book? No, we don't. How do you even make the book? Oh, okay. So this is what we're going to have to make. It's not that bad. Why are these so expensive? Yeah, maybe we should make the metal presses so you don't have to be so wasteful with the wire. So that's definitely something to do. There we go. Okay, we have everything. I might as well use one of these chunks that we made over here. How about here? So I'll just place it in this corner. I can't be bothered making the projector, so I'll just do it looking at this. I believe this is it. I'm not sure where to click. There we go. So I think this is the output. And then I think you put a hopper on top. I'm not sure though. So we need to crush 32 coal coke. Oh wait, it's pointing to the side. I guess we can just drop it in. There we go. Okay, we're getting coke dust. So while that's going, I'll set up all the patterns for everything else. Okay, we can make a controller. Wasn't that bad. All the coke is done too. And now I think we can just put this in here. And we'll get 4 HOP graphite, which we can make into the seed. There's the controller. We need 2 ports. Oh, we need silver chests. I thought there were iron ones. There we go, 2 ports. We also need one of these, which is cheap. There we go. Okay, I'll do controller and then 2 ports either side. One of these will set to output, and I'll just put the power tap on the back. The rest of the walls will be the reactor glass, and also the top wherever there's not a control rod. Okay, our HOP graphite's done. We can just smelt this, and there we go. And now we can make the seed. And now once again, we have to 10-10-10 this, which I'm sort of getting tired of. Whilst this is going, I should make the growing patch for this, and also craft all the glass, because that's going to be quite a big craft as well. So we need reactor glass. There we go. So there are 5 11 by 11 areas, and then 21 are already occupied, or will be occupied. So we need 584 reactor glass, which is quite a lot. I did not think it would be that much. Wow. We do have everything. It's just slightly absurd. 1,000 coal is used. It's fine. I think we'll do it in parts because our CPUs aren't big enough yet. We should definitely make those bigger though. So I'll do half the casings, then I'll do the other half after this is finished. As for coolant, I'm not sure how to do it. There is a coolant port, so I might end up using that. I'm assuming I can just pour in coolant. We've already done half the casing. It's way faster than I realize. So we need 289 more. Yes. I think I'm going to use gelid cryothium for the coolant. And we are making that over here. So I'll just store a bunch of that in like a tank of some sort. Okay, we're now storing gelid cryothium. Did I run out of coils? I don't remember doing that. We might as well make patterns for all of them. Okay, all the casing's done. And now we make all the glass. 676. Not bad. I think I can probably save on a bunch of channels. Instead of using export buses on all of these, I could just use one interface and then pull things from that. Because export buses are 1 channel each. So really we can condense 4 into 1. So I think I'm going to do that. So we need redstone, glowstone, iron, electrotine, electrum, cobalt, and ender pearls. And I think this can supply all of them. I think we just need a bunch of filters. Oh, I think the glass is done. Yes, it has. 587. I can probably do this at the back. Yeah, I'll fix that later, but for now this is fine. So redstone and iron in this one, electrotine and iron in this one, electrotine, electrum, and glowstone in this one, and then just cobalt and ender pearls in this one. And this should work, but it might be slow. I'll see if I have any extract speed upgrades. It might actually keep up, at least with these 2 machines, but if these ever turn on, it definitely won't keep up. This should be fast enough, hopefully. This really does take like 1 mana. I did like 6 stacks and it didn't make a dent in that. I could automate that, but it's just for making the coils, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, we can craft 64 coils. 10-10-10. Yay! It didn't take that long. We should be able to make the 17 control rods. Yes. This isn't that bad, but the fuel rods might be. Okay, everything's spread. We can turn on this. And we need about 5 or 6 stacks. So not that much. We don't have to wait too long. The control rods are done. The thing about coolant is I'm not sure if it needs to be source blocks everywhere. I've heard that it doesn't, but it depends really. I'm not really sure how gelid cryothium acts. If it will fall down and stay there, or if it will fall down to the bottom. But we'll find out. I think we should start placing in the glass on the side. Okay, just in case this breaks with the normal pick, I'll use the Silk Touch one. Okay, do we have enough to make 187 of these? Yes. So I don't know if we can just run this by constantly importing Yellorium, because we are getting this, but I'm not sure if it's fast enough. But I can always make the seed, and the seeds are definitely fast enough. But it really depends how fast this goes through the fuel. So I'm wondering how I can make this look good, because it is floating right now. I could have some like arms hold it in place. That might look cool. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how we're going to do it yet, but I do not want to keep it floating. I want to do something with it. So I'll do a quick test with jelly cryotheum to see if it falls or not. Yeah, that's quite frustrating. We might have to manually place in all of the buckets. It might not be that tedious. There we go. It's all done. Yeah, I don't think the coolant port inputs liquid. So I'll place down the pattern I want to do. There we go. It looks like a snowflake. And now we cap all of these off with control rods. And now the rest is just glass. There we go. I quite like the look of this. So if we put some Yellorium in here, how good is this reactor? We are avoiding power right now, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, looks like it produces 61,000 RF per tick. We can stop. Okay, now we need to put all the coolant in, but I really don't want to do that manually, so I'll try and find a way of doing it. I've seen people say to use these. I'm not really sure what this is. So we can take our black hole tank. Let's test it on this corner. So I'm thinking you can do this. Yes. I think it's working. This may take a while though. I'm not sure what the range on this is. It might not be able to do the entire thing. Maybe I can read. It is working though. It seems to go up to here. So I think it is a 5-block range. Okay, I think I'm going to craft a couple of these and put them on each of the corners and some in the middle. And then hopefully it will take not that long. Okay, I'm hoping this reaches the center. It is quite laggy right now. Okay, we're getting there. It's still kind of weird over here. Wait, I think we're done. That took forever. These things aren't very smart. I think they just randomly look for a place and then try to place there instead of looking for empty slots to place the liquid. Apparently we're not done. I really don't understand these things. Place it! What are you doing? This fluid is so weird. I don't understand what's happening. I think I'll try manually do it. Okay, it looks like it's all flat, but I'm waiting for a piece to suddenly flow. Yep, like over here. Why does it do that? I'm really not sure what it's doing. But eventually, we will get flat liquid. If I just keep doing this over and over. Are we done? Maybe. So we should have enough channels over here to have a export bus. I'm not sure if it auto outputs or not. To make it even, I might have another drawer. We can do this just in case. And we should be able to export Yellorium. And then we can put a storage bus on this. And we can do something like that, which looks cool. So once the fluid stops playing around, we can start this up. And it looks like it's fine now. So I'll cover everything up. We probably should have some sort of energy storage. I'm not really sure what the best way is right now. Since we can make so many capacitors, maybe a capacitor bank. That could be cool. Or we can go with the mechanism one, but that might be quite expensive. So maybe not. Anyway, we are full on fuel now. So we can start this. And now it's producing so much more. I did not know it would produce more. 870,000 RF per tick. That is amazing. Although we are eating through the fuel faster. Yeah, it seems every 3 or 4 seconds we're using one. And seeds will absolutely be fast enough for that. So that's definitely the next thing we'll make. I'll stop the reactor just so we're not voiding all of that energy and using up all of our Yellorium. We might not be getting one every 3 or 4 seconds with this system. If we were, we can just turn it on permanently. Okay, so I've had a little bit of a break. Next thing on the list is definitely Yellorium seeds. And they're tier 5, so it's actually cheaper than tier 4. Since we're getting Supremium from the Wither Farm, we don't need to craft it. We only need 4 Superium. And you need 8 for tier 4. Nice and easy. Oh, I forgot we're going to have to 10-10-10 it again. Why do I have to do this each time? Okay, while this is 10-10-10ing, I think we should look into storing this energy. And I just remembered there's a Draconic Evolution energy storage thing. I forgot the name of it. I think it's this, the energy core. It doesn't seem that bad. We do need to get up to Wyvern. I've never used the energy core before, so I would like to do that because it can store like a lot of RF and it looks cool. I could put it in this chunk or on top, but I think I'll put it behind. So that does mean we have to get into Draconic Evolution, but we don't need to do much of it. So we can make the information tablet. This does give us a full stack of Draconium, but we do have 100,000 of it already. Ooh, I did not know that the Draconic Evolution guidebook is so good. So we want the energy storage core. And there is 8 tiers. I think the final one is infinite, but we definitely can't craft that. We have a lot of Draconium, so we might as well do tier 7. Or maybe not, because you need the stabilizers. Yeah, we can't do tier 8 because the awakened Draconium. We would have to get into fusion crafting for that, and we can't do that yet. We could do tier 4, that only requires 4 stabilizers. They are quite cheap. Each Draconic core is 1 ultimate control circuit, so I imagine we can't make 36 of those. Yes, we're missing a few things, but not that much. I'm surprised. It's too many bytes anyway. Oh, I have crashed. I take it back, the guide's awful. Okay, we are back. I'll try be a little more careful with the tablet now. I still need to use it. Okay, I'm gonna make tier 4. So it should be able to store 9.88 billion RF, which is pretty good. We could go as high as tier 7, but I cannot be bothered making so many circuits, so we'll hold off on that. So we need to gather 1 energy core, 4 energy core stabilizers, 54 draconium blocks, and 26 redstone blocks. Okay, we only need 10 draconic cores. We do have everything, but it uses too many bytes. So I'll make 4, and this is going to take a while. We have enough blocks. It was quite cheap, to be fair. I could just put pulsating iron on passive, because the seeds are kind of annoying to make, and it is just iron and ender pearls, so I can just add it to this, since both iron and ender pearls are here. So I'll definitely do that in between episodes. I think we're going to have to make 11 cores in total, because we need energy pylons as well to input and output out of the energy core, and they need a core too. I'm thinking of putting it on top, because if we put it behind, we won't be able to see it, and it does look very cool, so I think I am going to put it above. Okay, the center of the core I want here, on top of this block. If you think of the reactor being in a 17 by 17 by 17 chunk, and it's placed in the center, then the energy core will also be placed in the center, but in the chunk above it. Hope that makes sense. Also, we should work on making the advanced circuit, so we can make the 1 Wyvern core. And most of this stuff we already have. We get ender crystals from the mob farm. These don't look that bad. They're a bit weird, but not expensive. We do need to make a hyper diamond though. And we need graphite dust, but specifically the quantum flux one. And I believe it spawns in the lost cities. Yes, it's this. So we'll collect a bit of it while we're here. I wonder how you're supposed to get a lot of this, because I imagine you would need a lot of these late game, and you need a hyper diamond each time, and there's no way to craft this, yet and there's no way to get the ore. That's strange. Maybe you get access to EMC before that, because the cores do have EMC. Anyway, our craft of 4 cores is done. We need 6 more, so I'll just do that in 2 batches of 3. We also have to keep an eye on this Eulorium, 477. It's alright. So we need to blow this up. I think this is just fine. Yes. So to make this, we're just missing these 2. These recipes are so weird. We need to make sandy coal compound with sand and block of coal. Smelt it, and then we cut the ball with a diamond saw to get 8 silicon. And then we can craft the red silicon compound and the glowing silicon compound. Smelt them both, and now we can craft these. That's so weird. And now we can make an advanced circuit. And since we already have 4 cores, we can just make the Wyvern core now. 6, 10, 10. Almost there. By the time this reaches the end, it'll be 10 to 10. Probably. Oh! We get 16 free cores and 8 more Wyvern. Never mind. We don't need to do any of this. I will let it craft it, I guess. But we really don't need it. That's an insane reward. Okay, so we can make 2 Wyvern energy cores. And now we can make the actual energy core. And we need 4 stabilizers, which needs 4 of these. There we go. And we need a set of energy pylons. And I think that's it. So we can set this to tier 4 and assemble core. There we go. And now we place these, like I'm guessing like this. These can be up to 16 blocks away. We will place these 3 blocks away. Oh wait, these are the wrong things. We need these. Okay, this should work now. One of these will have to set to input, I think the bottom one. So this one will set to output. So we can right click one of these, activate, There we go. This looks really cool. It's not the biggest energy core you can get. It looks kind of small. Oh well. So we need to connect this up to our power tap. I think I will move the power tap to the top and run cable over to this. But I think I need cryostable flux ducts for that. These transfer infinite RF and they're pretty cheap. I need 10 of them. Some cryothium got out. Maybe an 11th because this might not auto output. So I can make 12, fill them with cryothium. There we go. And now we can do this. Now we need one of these things. I want to keep this one here because we have solar panels. There we go. And now we can do this. Ta-da! We are losing quite a bit of RF. I'm not really sure why. So I'm hoping this is done now. Yes, it is. So we can place this down. Now we just wait for this to spread. There we go. Then we can turn this on. And now we're getting Yellorium very fast. We're already up to a stack. Nice. So I believe we can turn this on now. And we're filling up. This does look a bit weird right now. We have officially solved the power problem. Oh wait, I forgot to connect this. Lol. Brilliant. Now that we have power sorted for a very, very long time, I think it's a good time to end. Let me know your suggestions on how to decorate this thing. I definitely want to do something with it, because it looks quite ugly right now. But I'm very happy with the progress we made today. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.